So, guys, it's been officially announced. Usyk versus Joshua 2, set for the Saturday, the 20th of August, 2022, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, titled Rage on the Red Sea. I've just got done watching the press conference in Jeddah, and yeah, it was a bit so-so, but it's been almost 10 years, near enough makes no difference, since both these guys won their gold medals in the London 2012 Olympics. Man, that's crazy to think of that 10 years just flown by. Um, but, looking back at Anthony Joshua over the last 10 years to now, you know, he was very quickly whirled into, you know, Eddie Hearn, and he was molded to be a media guy and blown up to be a big star, but he always had a bit of roughness about him, rough and ready, and the eye of the tiger in his eyes. But now, when I see him, he talks more, over the years he's becoming more and more robotic in what he says, talking about the same things. Growing up in Watford, he likes a bit of greasy food, be a man, stay humble, all this sort of rhetoric, on and on and on and on. And he's just the way he says it, and the way he presents himself, very strange and robotic. And even here, when I look in his eyes, the eyes here when he was speaking, when he was waiting to speak, when he was staring off with Usyk, he had the same eyes, just like kind of like uninterested, or in a daze, or not really understanding the gravity of the situation. Something, maybe his ego's been destroyed to a certain degree, or just something's not quite right over the last couple of fights, last little time. I think he's still got demons from the Ruiz loss. I think they've come back tenfold since he lost to Usyk. And even when I was watching this fight with Robert Garcia, I was only watched a minute or so of it, but he was saying every time he speaks, I don't know if it's a language barrier, or if he just seems a bit nervous for Anthony Joshua, but he just comes across as a bit unsure. And he says, yeah, AJ's a great fighter. He's a complete fighter. He just needs to know what to do and when to do it. So to me, that sounds like somebody that needs to be programmed. You come across this situation, you do this, you do that. If it turns to this, you do this, you do that, kind of thing. He throws a, oh, he throws a jab, you throw a jab, or you duck, whatever it is. you know. But one thing he said that's obvious is AJ needs to be more aggressive. It's in the title here. Anthony Joshua needs to be more aggressive, and you know, I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work. Maybe something with a bit of moving up and down the levels, flickering the jab, trying to get Usyk against the ropes. It's going to be very difficult, but that's kind of the stuff he needs to be doing. And I think Usyk's predicted all that. He's worked more on that kind of defense stuff, and I think he's looking, to come out attacking and just do more of what he was doing last time. To be honest, I think in his eyes it's going to be a continuation of round 13 of the last fight. So I mean, when I was looking in Usyk's eyes, if I can move it forward and get it, he just had I see here a lot, maybe not the best one. He looks a bit googly eyed there, but he just seemed to have a lot more intensity in the. Even on the poster, AJ's got those. He might have seen it there for a second, but he just seemed to be a little bit out of it. Yeah, it just looks a bit dazed, and again, just not quite there. Um, Even in the posters, you can see the intensity on these eyes compared to AJ. Just kind of looks a bit like I don't know. But even here under the hat, you can see there just seemed a little bit more intensity about him. He didn't have much to say, as usual. Obviously, English isn't his primary language. This was a bit funny. Josh, Eddie Hearn was saying, look forward," and then Joshua was pointing forward to Usyk. Usyk didn't look away. Eventually, Joshua turned, and you can see, can you see the intensity in his eyes somewhere? No, he's just looking ages like, "Oh, what you doing, man? Stop looking at me. It's weird." Yeah, all fun and games, really. But yeah, I expect more of the same. I mean, unless Joshua does something drastically different, or just throws all caution to the wind and goes for the knockout and somehow gets it, don't really see much changing. And if Usyk can stay as disciplined and focused, and get the momentum and rhythm going faster, I honestly see a stoppage, or at least more of a methodical beating at the very least for Usyk in this one. So yeah, let you guys let me know what you thought of the official announcement of the fight, the presser, and how you see the fight going. For me, I see more of the same for Usyk. But yeah, remember, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon.